For those of you that haven't been paying attention, there is a mass awakening happening in crypto. You may not see that with the charts, the price action, but it's happening. Just the other day, Larry Fink meets with Coinbase's CEO, Brian Armstrong, and talks about he's changed his entire stance on Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. The same thing happened with Jamie Dimon. And then don't forget this, $11 trillion Vanguard to allow clients to buy ETFs starting tomorrow. This was a few days ago. Then you have this. Bank of America has updated its policy to allow wealth management advisors to recommend clients allocate 1 to 4% of their portfolios to digital assets like Bitcoin starting in January. Now notice how they say like Bitcoin. Well, there's a lot of ETFs out with Chainlink, you got XRP, you got Solana, you got Cardano, and many others. But guys, I want to point out that for the last 10, 15 years since I've been in crypto, the banks have been against it. BlackRock and Larry Fink were against it for years. Jamie Dimon was against it. Governments were against it. And now you have the son of the President of the United States with one of the largest Bitcoin mining facilities in Texas. That's the Trump organizations. You also have the Clarity Act coming. We've talked about that a million times, which is going to literally give clarity to the banking institutions and sovereign wealth funds and just big corporations in general that want to invest in crypto that currently can't. And all of this is happening behind the scenes, yet we've had the worst year for Bitcoin and crypto, and I can't tell you how long. Now, while most people will look at that and go, well, that's because it's not going to work. That's because it's dead. That's because it's poison. Those people, they're typically not wealthy because they're the ones commenting on someone's video. Last time I checked, if you were a successful, wealthy person, you're not sitting here commenting negative things about an asset class that's clearly going to be here in the future. So what you're seeing is a lot of people say, I'm going to stay away from that because my stocks are doing so well, and I'm going to buy gold at all-time highs and silver's at all-time high. But I'm going to stay away from the underperforming asset class that's clearly going to change and revolutionize the entire financial system, not to mention everything that's going on with tokenization or RWAs, real world assets. But because the price hasn't been what we want it to be, because the price hasn't gone parabolic, you're not buying it. And what most people will do, they'll look at all this information and they'll go, yeah, but it's still not going up, so I'm going to stay away from it. And those people will come back a year, 2 years later, 6 months later, whenever that may be, and all these cryptos are approaching all-time highs, and they're up hundreds of percent, and they're going to say, oh, maybe it's a good time to finally jump in, when you could be buying the absolute bottoms of some of these projects. Look at Aptos as an example. It's at $2. The project was $20 at one point. Look at Cardano. It's at 40 cents. The project was at just last year. Just last year, it was almost $2. You got WorldCoin sitting at 63 cents. This thing's going to be a $10 token in the future. You got Bitcoin, even though it's recovered a little bit to 91, 92,000, it's still massively undervalued compared to its all-time high. And everything I just said should tell you maybe you should take a look. Maybe you should stop running away from what they're building. It's common sense, you guys, and I say this all the time, and it's the same fucking message over and over again. You got to have patience, number one. You got to dollar cost average, number two. When you see all this positive news and development coming behind the scenes, you see governments, banks, hedge funds, companies starting to build on blockchain and embrace blockchain technology, yet the price is not going down. That's not because it's not valuable. That's not because it's dead. That's because they're not ready to pump their fucking bags yet. They're still buying. And a lot of people think, oh, if they're buying, then why isn't the price going up? They don't buy on the spot market like you and I. They get deals behind the scene that don't affect the price. This stuff is common sense. It's common sense that over the coming years, my crypto is going to outpace every single one of you guys' IRAs and 401ks by 5, 600, 700% minimum. So while you sit idly by, watching your 401k do all-time highs, and you watch gold do all-time highs, and you wait around the fucking block to get your little sliver of that metal, you have an opportunity to get into the new financial system. Yes, this isn't like a Fugazi. This isn't a conspiracy. There is a new financial system being built because the old one is not going to work. The old one, we are going to hyperinflate. We are going to print the shit out of the dollar. We have to. And as we do that, we're going to create a new system. And that system is blockchain technology. You're going to see RWAs, artificial intelligence. You're going to see Bitcoin, Cardano, Ethereum, Solana, Internet Computer, WorldCoin, Ondo, right? Chainlink. All of these cryptos do hundreds of %. And you're either going to be sitting on the sidelines because your 401k is at an all-time high. Yay, let's keep on buying stocks. Oh, let's go buy gold at an all-time high. When you could be buying stuff that's just been completely decimated, knowing what is coming, though. It's the chance and the risk that you have to take. But it's like, to me, it's such common sense that it pains me that people don't see it. So I hope this video helps you. Make sure you guys like, share, follow. I also have a Telegram. Check out the Telegram in the Stan link where we talk about what we're buying, what we're selling, keeping you guys up to date on what's going on. Make sure you guys like, share, follow. We'll see you guys soon.